Alright. Welcome guys. Today I'm going to be talking about Pokemon. Pokemon is one of those games where it's kind of contradictory. You can basically be a real life Michael Vick. It's socially acceptable in this game to go and capture an animal in the wild, train it to fight other animals, and win money off of it. Now, Pokemon isn't this simple childhood game that everyone thinks it is. There's actually a serious strategy to that. And part of understanding that strategy is understanding the game a bit. Now, Pokemon, you get 6 stats: health, speed, attack, special attack, defense, and special defense. Health and speed are pretty self-explanatory. The more health you have, the longer your Pokemon will last in battle. The faster you are, the more likely you are to attack first. Attack in defense is different to special attack and special defense. Pokemon have 2 types of moves: special attacks and physical attacks. Now, attack and defense adhere to the physical attacks. Special attack and special defense adhere to the special attacks. So a Pokemon using special attacks against a Pokemon that has a high defense but low special defense is going to do a lot of damage. Now, you can affect this growth of stats as you level up by effort value training. Now, effort value training is very complex, but at the same time kind of simple. Now, if you switch the slide, you can see here you got your six stats in 2 different Volcaronas from the Generation 5. Now, this one is effort value. This one is not. This one is just fighting normal Pokemon in the wild. Now, every individual Pokemon gives off an effort value point. Multiple, sometimes, depending on which evolution they are or how powerful they are. But each species gives off a certain amount. So, for example, Pidgey gives off 1 speed. Magnemite gives off 1 special attack. So, these Pokemon, as you fight them, you get stat boosts in that individual stat. Now, as you can see, he went for speed, special attack, and a little health. And this one, although he's stronger, notice how the speed is almost similar, and it's a 14 level difference. This is a good Volcarona that can adhere to a lot of different things. This is a bad one. And Volcarona has a very high special attack, and it's very close as well over there. Now, if you switch the other one, there's another example. See, this Weevil has no effort values. This is poorly trained, and this is Eevee trained. Notice the difference in the stats. It's more well balanced, yes, but in online battling, you don't really need a well balanced Pokemon. You need it to be able to do what you need to do. Say you need someone who needs a hit fast to knock out that last Pokemon. This is going to do it over this or this. So, that being said, if you switch again, there are many ways other than just battling Pokemon to effort value train your individual Pokemon. These are medicines in the game. Each one, as you can see, HP up, it gives 10 points to your Pokemon. Now, you can use these up to 10 times on your Pokemon each. However, effort value points have a limit. There is 510 points that each individual Pokemon can earn. That being said, that's a lot of points, but you can only use 255 per stat. So you can basically get 2 stats maxed out. Also, the way you gain points by leveling is every 4 effort values you gain a stat point. So experts always say on the websites, Cerebi.net in Maryland, they're referenced in the end. If you're going to do it, you got to do 252. That's the max, because after that you're just getting a 0.75 of a point, and that doesn't round up. So you're better off doing 252, 252, and then 4. And then no matter what, you're going to lose 2 effort values. But for medicines, you can give yourself a jump start by giving them 10 of something. That'll give them 100, and then all of a sudden you only have like 152 to get, which isn't as bad as fighting 252 Pidgeys to get a max out speed. There's more ways to boost your stats faster to level up quicker, and if you switch. These are power items, and there is one missing. It's called the Macho Brace, and I'll get into that in Pokerus as well. Each of these, if you hold it, you get +4 of its stat boosted for EVs. Now, that being said, say you fight a Pidgey, but you're wearing the power weight, which boosts health, you still get the +4 health from beating that Pidgey, and +1 speed from beating that Pidgey. So this is a great way to boost your stats, and also, EV train two things at once. Now the Macho Brace is different than these. It doubles the effort values you gain, but it also cuts your speed in half. And these do as well, but Macho Brace will double them, so Pidgey, which has 1, will give you 2 instead. So this can go hand in hand with the Pokerus, which is a virus that you get when battling. It is very random, it is very uncommon, but after a battle, you may be infected with the Pokerus, and that gives a ×2 as well onto it. So that with the Macho Brace becomes a ×4 multiplier, and all of a sudden, Pidgey's giving you 4 EVs, or say a Pidgeotto, which gives 2 speed EVs, gives you 8, which can really, really shorten the amount of time you have to do training these Pokemon. If you switch again, these are the references, but basically, Pokemon isn't that simple, but at the same time, it is. I mean, when you get into the online gaming, they're basically all EV'd, and it's basically all tailored out perfectly to your party's needs. So like the Volcarona, that Pokemon is meant to hit hard and hit fast. And just like Weevil, as you saw, that is supposed to hit hard, hit fast. And there's other Pokemon that, you can just be a health sponge and use Toxic until they die. You can do almost anything with your parties, all by effort value training. Any questions?
Where can I get my Pokemon?
You can show them the audience again.
I want a Pokemon.